Welcome back, friends. In our last class we have discussed about draggable functions. So in this class we are going to discuss about droppable. So the title is droppable function. So you can see this the result that we have created in our last class, and this disable, you can see it's here. I'm just going to remove this and Control S to save, refresh again. Now you can see, and because we have used here contain main revert true, we are going to remove all this from here and Control S, refresh. Now we can just drag this, you can see, anywhere. So inside this class we are just going to create another div here, div start, div close. I'm just creating id here. Id is equal to, you can say, you can give any name. I'm just giving droppable. So you can just call this inside css. For id we are using hash, and the name of the id is droppable, open curly braces, and define a width for this, something like 300 pixel, and the height also should be 300 pixel. Background color, same color, purple, and border, you can just give the 3px solid red border, and float should be right, float right. You can save this and just come here, refresh. So you can see we have another box here. I want to just drop this inside this one from here to here. So in first step, what can you do? You can just come here. You can just write a comment, for example, second function start. So from here we will just start the second function. For second function, you can just write here inside this, you can insert $, round bracket, dot, another round bracket, semicolon. Inside the first one you can insert you can see a single quotation, and for id we are using hash, and call here droppable, and here we are using just css, or just not css. Here you can just write here droppable, you can call droppable, and curly braces here. Inside the curly braces again $, round bracket, dot, another round bracket, single quotation. So inside this one you can just come here, you can just write drop function. Yes, function should be run here, function, round bracket, and curly braces. You know the rule of function. You can just cut this from here, Control X, and you can paste here inside this, Control V. So inside this we are going to call the droppable function inside the single quotation. For id we are using hash, and this droppable, you can see it's here. You can just copy, Control C, and paste here, and here we are using css, and inside the curly braces I'm just going to insert some property and value here. For example, background should be orange, Control S. Now just come back here and refresh. So we have just told here, when we are just moving or dropping this from here to here, the background color should be changed from purple to orange. So you can see it's working. At first it's purple. When you are just dropping this here, this element on this one, the color is going to change in orange. So you can just give anything. For example, box shadow you can give here. You can just, for separating we are using comma, and for using property and value we are just using single quotation between property and value. You are using colon. For example, box shadow should be something like, box shadow, you can say 0 pixel, then 0 pixel, then just 15px. The color of shadow should be black color. You can save this. Now refresh. Now you can see this the shadow. So the same way, if you just you can just come here inside the first function here. I'm just saying another function start, and here you can just write you can insert $sign, round bracket, another, and semicolon. Inside this you can insert single quotation, and you can select ID. You can call droppable, and here also we are writing CSS. Inside the single curly braces you are just going to insert some single quotation, colon, and single quotation, and for separating second property we are using comma, and another just single quotation, colon, single quotation. So we are just going to use here something like background. Should be just something like yellow background, not yellow, you can just give any other color, for example blue color. And here you can say border should be changed, it should be just 8 pixel of border, the type should be solid, and the color should be red. Let's check, Control S and refresh. So you can see just refresh. When you are just moving this, just the color you can see it's changing from purple to blue, but when you are just dropping this, the color is changing from blue to orange. But border attribute is not working here. Border 8px solid red, not semicolon here. Control X, once again refresh and check. You can see this working. At first the border is only 3 pixel. When you are just moving this, so just focus on the border, so you can see it's going to change in 8 pixel of solid red border, and the color is going to change from purple to blue, and now you can see the background color is changing from blue to orange. So you can just, what can you do, you can add a paragraph tag here inside this div, p start and p close. Simply you have just added a p tag here inside this. So for example, you can just come here after this round bracket, you can put a dot, and you can just write here find what, so find p, and inside the p you can just write text txt, and whatever you want you can just write here. For example, drop here. You can just save this. Now come back here and refresh. Now you can see when you are just moving this, there should be written a text. So you can see there is written drop here. So you can change this text when you are just dropping your element here inside this. So you can just come here after this parentheses, you can insert a dot, and you can just say find what, find p means paragraph tag, and after that we are writing a text here, something like dropped. You can see Control S, or you can just write here drop done. Control S, something different. Refresh. Now you can see now there is written drop here. When you are just dropping, there is written drop done. So like this you can just create drop function inside JQuery. You can see it's very easy. Just by doing a single line of code you can just perform this kind of task. So you can see at first the both background colors are purple, and you can see there the 3 pixel red border we have. But when we are just moving this element, so you can see there is many changes here. The background color is changing blue color, the border is changed from 3 pixel to 8 pixel, and we have a text here. But when you are just dropping this, so there is the background color is changed from blue to orange, and the text color also, the text also change. You can see drop done. At first there was written drop here. So it was about drop function, JQuery UI droppable function. I hope this is clear for you, you understand. So till next video, have a nice time and see you.